straightening up an image after you've taken it for one reason or another, you haven't taken it straight, it's not been on a tripod, or you did it handheld, that normally is a big problem. It's one of those things which there's been a lot of different ways of doing it, but this is probably the easiest way to do it. What I normally do is, first and foremost, I bring up my ruler. So you've got Control or Command R, and that will give you your ruler both on the top and on the left-hand side of your screen. You're going to need that because the guidelines are going to come from that. Before you do anything else, of course, you should duplicate your background so that we've got the background and a copy of the background. Okay, so on the copy, I will then go up here onto the ruler, click on the ruler with your mouse and drag down. When you drag down, it will bring down the guideline, and this is what you're going to need to use to straighten it up. So as you can see, there's a gap here between the land and water, and there's no gap here. So what we're trying to do is obviously straighten that up. It's not a major thing, but it is something that we always come across, and sometimes a lot worse than this. So here we go. Once you've done that, it's Command or Control T, which is your transform tool. You can find that if you go into Edit and go Free Transform. You could do it that way around, or just do a Command or Control T. That will give you your anchor points, and what you're wanting to do is really rotate these anchor points into place. So far right hand corner, all you need to do is, you'll see the as soon as you come away from the image, you can see you get a curvy one, which effectively allows you to turn the image. By turning to your right, in this particular case, I'm going to turn it, and I'm doing it nice and gently, and you can see from the line I'm trying to straighten up, it's doing a great job. And there you go. So job's done, it's straightened things up, it's lovely, and I can approve it. Now, of course, approving that means that I've done that piece. I'm going to remove the guide, so clear the guide. Now the problem is, you can see that there's a few pieces here that look out of line, because of course it's twisted. So the easier way to do this is use a content aware. So I'm just zooming in, and all I'm really wanting to do is just correct this piece. The easy way, like I said, is to use a marquee tool, or any kind of selection tool, but marquee is easy on this particular one, and select around the area you want to mess with or change. Right hand click and go to fill. Now when you go to fill, yours may not be on content aware, but you need content aware to do this, so make sure it's on there and press OK. Now it's done a reasonable job. You can see there's a little bit of an edge there which I don't want, so I'm going to redo it. So that is Option Command Z to come back and take out the selection as well, or Alt Control Z. And I'm going to make my marquee do a little bit of a tighter one here. Here we go. Let's try that one. So it's not, sometimes it gets it wrong. Let's just see if we can get it right. Okay, once again, much better. See, there's none of this little edge coming across either. So much better. Happy with that. And then I roll back out. So then I'll come back down to the bottom one and do the same again. You can see that here. Marquee tool. Just need it really to the bottom. Happy for it to mess around with that. There's a little bit of a line there. Let's go here. Shine up a little bit. Yeah, that's okay. And then right hand click and tell it to fill. Make sure content aware is on. And there we go. That's nice. I like that. That works well. It's got a little bit of the edge up here. Maybe come back and make it a bit tighter. So I'm going backwards again. Let's go for a longer piece. See what it does. Fill. Content aware. See, sometimes these things don't work the way you want them to. I think in this particular case, I'm going to use the stamp tool. I think the stamp is going to be a better way to do it. Let's go stamp tool. So I'll just click stamp, which is here. reduce the size of the stamp, so that's the brackets to the right of your P on your keyboard. And then we're copying from here, this area here, and we're going across, okay? So what you then do is hold down Option or Alt, one click on the mouse, and that tells it where to copy from, and then come across to the edge and simply just roll down. So as you go down, what it's doing is copying a little bit of the edge. Now you can see there's a duplication there, so this is where you've got to get a little bit more creative and just change things a little bit so that it doesn't have the sample, exact sample. That's not bad at all, that corner, happy with that. I'm just rolling across the picture now to the other side. That edge is okay. And lastly, let's see if we can see this bit. So we've got 2 lots here, maybe 3 lots here. So I think I use the stamp tool again in this particular case. It's just an easy tool to use. So again, get closer to the object, which is about here, before it starts going off. Press Option or Alt, and then come across and just blend. Now as you do that, you can see it makes life so much easier. Beautiful, done. And that is how you straighten up an image and sort out the remnants of it in the background, just in case you need to straighten up and get it correct. Thank you. Speak to you again.